Good Friday, everybody. And to those of you who are on the other side of the world, good Saturday, whenever you're watching. All right. Leftovers. Thank you for all the great questions. We didn't get to them when Linda was on. And thank you to my new subscribers and to my existing subscribers, my old subscribers. Thank you for all being here and joining in. So leftovers. I'm going to read on some of the questions that we didn't get to, as well as some of the questions that came from the comments. And I don't know how long. We may be here for a couple hours. No. Anyway. Oh, I don't have my microphone. Okay. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. I'll be able to fix the audio. So, let's just pull a couple real quick for the collective. We've got just a lot of stuff going on. And it's going to get, we feel like we're in such dark times. I should have said it a third time, just in case you didn't know. But there is light that's coming. And we get to change the frequency of those around us by how we're reacting. So if we're reacting and staying in the dark, it's going to stay dark, and the people around us are going to be in dark. So choose light, choose happiness, choose fun. And it's not that I struggle with this a little bit, because I'm always making fun of everything except me. I don't make fun of me. Well, maybe a little, but I digress. Just because we bring lightness to the table doesn't mean that we're taking the situation lightly. We're just, it is a mess. Let's bring lightness to the mess and fix it. Okay, so let's pull with this mess that we're in. It's really storming here. We've been kind of caught in the middle of two big rain events. And where we are in California, when we first moved here, they go, well, let's talk about the microclimates. And it's weird. It's like you go in any direction and you'll hit a different climate. So up in Paso Robles, as they call it. They call it a bunch of things. There are a lot of wine country up there. They're getting snow. And we're not that cold, although I am pretty cold. Can't seem to warm up. Okay, the collective, sorry. I've had a lot of coffee today, can you tell? So, hopefully this won't go off the rails. Oh, the little birdies outside. Hi, baby. They're like all puffed up. Okay, 3 cards for the collective. And 1 for the bird. So for all of you guys who are birds, all the birds watching, I got hummingbirds out here. I got little bush tit birds. At least that's what my wife calls them. Bush tit. Really? That's a name for a bird? Yes, it is. I should probably look to see what it means, because I'm taking it the total wrong way. Okay, here we go. 3 cards for the collective and 1 for the birds. Recognition, faith, surfacing. And for the birds, confidence. Recognition. I'm not sure what this means, really. Recognition. Are we supposed to recognize a place that we're in? Recognize faith? Recognize we are surfacing? Recognition, faith, surfacing. The last 2, oh, and we got a squirrel out here too. Hi buddy. I mean, that squirrel hardly ever comes up here. I don't think that squirrel has ever come up here. Clearly a squirrel moment. Okay, sorry, coffee. Okay, so faith and surfacing. I get this. I get that. Got to have faith that we are surfacing from these dark, oppressive times. Have to have faith. It's recognition that we're surfacing. And you guys make up your own determination on what these cards mean for you. And for the birds out there, just letting you know, confidence. This weather will pass. It will be warmer. Confidence. Cool. All right. Let's take a look at... So I broke this down into a couple of different categories. Out of this world news, spiritual news, U.S. politics. So I want to look at we'll start off with the politics, and then we'll go into world news, or maybe I'll just mix it up a little bit. Actually, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to go to Ukraine. 1 year. I remember reading this a year ago and thinking, well, the read that I had, that it was going to be quick. This was not going to last as long as other wars. I still don't see it lasting as long as the Afghan War, as the Vietnam War. And I said that, but I really thought it was going to happen. It was going to be over fast. So did Russia. So did Putin. Oops. So things change, which is why we get readings a lot. You know, people go get, a personal reading, and then they go, I need another one, because things change. So let's just take a look at Ukraine. I'm using my Losketibo deck on this. So they're asking for tanks, they're asking for planes, they're asking for long-range weapons. Being a peacenik, I'm like, that's just going to make more war. What's going to end it? It's going to be Putin going. So, China is saying, hey, let's take a break. Let's have a ceasefire. Ukraine goes, that is not in the interest of our war plans, because Putin will rebuild and re-strategize. So we don't want to give him a break. I'm like, it just goes in circles, doesn't it? Okay. let's just take a look at, and as I shuffle, let's just send some light out. Let's just hit pause here for a second and take some of your time to shove light up into Putin. Okay, never mind. To send light out to the people of Ukraine, to the people of Russia. Send some wisdom out to the leaders so that they can come together and stop this insanity. Right. The war in Ukraine. What can you tell me from a Ukrainian perspective? Oof. When is this going to be over? Let's just look at that, because when I went into the Ukrainian perspective, it was sad, hard. When is this war? What do we need to know about the ending of this war? I see this all the time. The Nine of Pentacles. It's going to cost a fortune, but this woman in the Nine of Pentacles listens to her intuition, knows how to spend money, knows how to make money, knows how to manage money. She's living in her own little garden type thing. And so I just see Ukraine being rebuilt into a beautiful, beautiful place. It's being covered by the devil. Who is that? Okay. At the bottom of the reading, what Ukraine is marinating in, is simmering in, is giving and receiving. So I really feel like they're going to be getting more of what they need. Hopefully they're listening to their intuition, to their higher source, getting what they need. But again, I'm thinking in terms of pentacles. I think it's more weaponry. In the past is the King of Swords as it relates. So in this deck, these King of Swords, they're brutal. It's like, don't mess with me. I'll cut your head off. Yeah. So this is from the Ukrainian perspective, and I think about this a lot. I go, are the Ukrainian people going to be able to let this go, what Russia's doing, this invasion on their way of life? Are they going to be able to let it go? Are they going to be able to heal from this? That's a big question. Right now, they're just off with your heads. Okay, in the top of the reading, we have the Knave of Swords. This is a younger energy. So to me, it feels like there's another offensive, another wave coming, another more war. In a potential near future, I like seeing this, the Chariot. Moving on, movement. Internally, oh my gosh, so good. This gave me chills. The Sun. Externally, oh yay, the Queen of Cups. I'm getting chills with this reading. The Queen of Cups. What is in that cup? When I go, what secret does this queen have in the cup? It wasn't good for Putin. I got a message in my head not to wish any harm on anybody. It wasn't good for Mr. Putin. The hopes and fears is that this war is going to end, that they're going to stop. This is my Man of La Mancha card. I'm running up against windmills. Why? Why are they doing this? Oh, because they need a little more land? Because it was mine to begin with? It wasn't. It's nobody's to begin with. Land, we think it belongs to us. It doesn't. Clearly. We're being shown this every day. I'm looking out at mud, not mud literally, but in recent months, yes. But I'm looking at water flowing down the street right now, and it's full of mud. That's telling me that, oh, that mud that was in somebody's yard, it's gone. It's not theirs. Not much mud, just a little bit. Just a little dirty water, let me put it that way. All right, but down south and near Santa Barbara, oh, that could be bad. Okay, final outcome with this. Remind me, note to self, don't drink so much coffee before you read. Okay, Ukraine. What is going on? The Ukraine war, how is this going to stop? Will it stop? What's the outcome of this war? The Magician. Yes. Little clarification, how is he going to make this magic? The World card, completion. The world is coming together. I'm going to drop this one more for clarification. I'm scared because I really like these cards. Please. The Emperor. Okay. Underline. Walking away from sorrow. Ten of Swords. It's the Ten of Swords, but in this deck, he gets to walk away from the pain. The swords are in the ground. He gets to walk away. There is a suspension. Is this a timeout? I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing looking at things from a new perspective. We have the Ace of Cups, new emotional start. And it's sudden. It's like, okay, enough, I think. Because this is what Ukraine has been dealing with for the last year. Let me drop this down because these cards are beautiful. Beautiful cards. Okay, can you see this? So, just to recap, the ending of the Ukraine war. How does this end? The Nine of Pentacles, it ends with rebuilding, with money flowing into Ukraine. It's being covered with this devil energy. Okay, this is the only really bad, negative card in this spread. This, some people would go, well, that's pretty dang negative. Yeah, it's a sudden, quick change that rocks your world and allows the sun to come through and allows something new to happen. So we have giving and receiving, and it goes with this Nine of Pentacles. We have in the past this King of Swords, just the aggressiveness of it. And then I think this is the Putin energy. This is the Ukraine energy that's going, no, we are standing up in the face of this older, wiser energy, right? This Emperor energy. We're standing and we're fighting young energy, and they're moving on. They're moving on with this. They got the Sun and the Queen of Cups in both the internal and external position. So there's new beginnings, calming energy, And the final cards, oh my gosh, the Magician card, the world is coming to let them know that we're on your side. Clearly, they've done that. And the Emperor, it's like, well, it's all, the Emperor's in there too. So if I pulled on this Emperor card, I think that's because he's moving. I clearly saw the Emperor in this cup. That is a completion card, Magician card. Something's going to happen, and it's going to be fast. Boom. So, yay, Ukraine. Hang in there. And again, oh my gosh, that is tight. Yikes. Yikes. Put my fingers. Okay, so. Yay. Yay. 20 minutes on Ukraine and me babbling. You would think that I would go a lot faster with all the coffee that I've drank. All right. Let's look at that goofy woman that has been on the news talking about the Georgia case. Ew, she bugs me. I'm sorry, but you bug me, girl. Every time I see her, I'm like, what's the purpose of her getting on TV doing this? Is it 15 minutes of fame? She's dragging it out a little too long. She was saying something, and my wife was saying that she was like excited to meet Rudy Giuliani, and she wanted to shake his hand. I'm like, ooh. Remember that Borat movie where, do you know where his hands have been? So, and she was like, oh, I want to swear Trump in or something. It was weird. So is she damaging? And I know people say no, she's not. I'm going to switch decks. I'm going to use my fountain deck. It's a little, so my Lo Scarabo deck is a little softer, even though with the King of Swords, he's holding up a severed head. This is a little harsher. This is a little more angular. There's not a lot of soft, I mean, there is. See, I just pulled the Knight of Cups. There is softness, but this Knight of Cups, it's like really gray and meditative. It's like the Knight of Cups. I mean, he's walking across the knight in shining armor. This guy is like, ooh, who are you, Knight and Cup, not Knight of Cups? Because the knight in shining armor could be a false knight, right? So, and that card flew out. So is she a false knight? What is going on with this? Is she going to damage Fani Willis's, Fulton County's case? So far, she hasn't said anything that the judge is stopping her. But still. And I'm hearing and seeing that other people are going to come forward and kind of go, she was crazy. But they're going to hold off. They're going to hold off, I think, until later because they don't want to do what she's doing. Okay, let's see. How's this affecting Fani Willis and her case? 4 Cups. 4 Cups. So, how's this affecting the Georgia case? Let me just keep going. Well, it's covered by justice, so that's good. Whatever she's doing with this Four of Cups, it's kind of like a timeout. She's not looking at the big picture with this Four of Cups. It feels like it's just fame for her. Somebody is going to give her an offer. She's not looking at it. Knight of Swords. Okay. How's this going to help with Fani Willis's case? Just a little short one. At the base of the reading is the Knight of Swords. This is legal. This is, but I also see it as her, in this deck, this Knight of Swords is running up this hill with a sword. You never ever run with a sword or scissors. And, well, unless you're in the medieval days. But you don't run with scissors. You don't run with knives, swords. You're going to get cut. So this is going to maybe backfire on her. The case in the past, it's the Ten of Cups. Clearly, they've got some good information there. It's going to be coming fast. How many times have I said that? It's going to be coming fast. The Eight of Wands. Things are going to be moving quickly. And something new is coming. A new legal charge. So I don't think what she's doing is going to hurt this at all, as a lot of you had said. Let's just see. Let's just pull a couple. Is she going to keep yakking? Because she bothers me. Is she going to keep talking to the media? 3 cards. Is she going to keep talking to the media? Ooh, don't think so. No, I don't think so. She is playing Ten of Wands. It's a burden. And in this deck, she's playing with fire. She's playing with some really hot pokers. The Four of Wands. This is like a little celebration. Yay, woohoo. In other decks, there's a house. This one, she's just playing on the beach. She's not paying attention to the ocean. And right now, in our weather, we have 20-foot waves coming. She better watch the ocean. And she's going to hunker down. She is going to, I think, going to stop. Something's going to come bite her. And go, oh, I better stop talking. And I don't know why she would bring this out with the crazy far right, going nuts. Did you see what was at the NPR something, poll or something, that we've had more violent attacks, and they've all been from the far right, mass shootings or something, and they've all been from the far right, something like that. It was pretty astonishing. I wonder how Fox News is going to spin that. Oh, speaking of spinning, George Santos, Kathy Hochul, that's not her name, the governor of New York, got on the news and said George Santos put his name on a bill that says we should have the AR-15 as the United States' national weapon. Like, what? I understand a flower or an animal. A weapon? What kind of sick... Well, don't have enough time to go into that. George Santos. another one I thought would be gone a lot quicker. Okay, I got to get to your question. Sorry. Pompeo. What's going on with Pompeo? Pompeo. 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 Ayo. Pompeo. Pompeo. 411 on you. Skinny little Kansas guy. I know. Some of you guys going, he isn't skinny. He lost a ton of weight. Going, did you have some surgery done? Or did you just stop eating cheeseburgers? Kansas has some good barbecue for you carnivores out there. And for you vegans out there, I should have warned you. I'm going to talk about carnivores. Turn it off. Okay, Pompeo. 3 cards. Yeah, he's kind of in the dark. He's going, should I run for president? So, not reading these decks in the traditional way, because it's a whole different image. This Hermit card, by himself, out in the woods, out in the dark, shining a light, looking at something up in the trees. And when I look at this, I go, oh, is he looking for an owl? Is he looking for some wisdom? And then I have him being roasted, skewered. And this is the 6 of Wands. Normally, it's a card that, you know, you have riding in as a winner. Now, he could be crowd surfing. That poor crowd. He could be crowd surfing, but it feels like, I mean, look at that. That looks like flames. Looks like he fell into the image of hell. And then he's rebuilding or building something. So, yeah, I think he is going to throw his hat in the ring. He's really looking at it. He could be skewered for something. Let's just look at, because that seemed to be like it was all about him running in 2024. 2024, come on. Oh, my fingers are so cold that when I shuffle the cards flip all over. Okay. Is Pompeo in any kind of legal trouble? Winning at any cost? Yes, he is. King of Swords. Okay, this top card isn't coming out, so let's just see what it is. It's really not coming out. Just going to hold that up. What's the 3rd card? 3 of Cups. Okay, so there's a winning at any cost. There is the King of Swords. This is my Jack Smith card. I'm not feeling Jack Smith. Somebody like him in the legal profession. And then there is a little mini celebration. Is he in legal trouble? I would say that he's bringing together a team of people to defend himself against this guy to win at any cost. That's kind of the feeling I got. What is the card that wouldn't come out? Wheel of Fortune. So I would say, oh, his fortunes are turning. That card did not want to come out. So his fortunes are not good. Okay, where are we? Okay, let's go with odd news. I don't know if So I was watching Jimmy Kimmel, and there was one of those shows, and they were talking about the woke, all Fox News talks about is woke. It's woke. Yeah, and I get it. You know, maybe Democrats are pushing their liberal agenda too much. You know, I think for me, I'm not into extremes at all. I like the middle of the road. So, but you have to have your extremes to see how far you can go, and then you dial it back. And with the MAGA, it's violence, and with the Democrats, it's like it's love. Why can't we love somebody of the same sex? Why can't we love somebody if they change their sex? And the other people are going, let's have a national gun. And they sponsored a bill. Are you what? Just so woke. True or false? I'm going to let you guys to decide this. They were in the news. I think Laura Ingraham talked about how Legos now are becoming woke. Legos, the little toys. So is this true or false that 6 doctors swallowed Lego heads to see what they did in the digestive tract of the body? True or false? We'll get back to it later. Okay. Oh, Ivanka and Jared and Smith. That's going to be fun to pay attention to. Aliens. How soon is the collective? I don't need to read on this. How soon is the collective going to be introduced to ETs? And I was thinking about the name. Ooh, fountain card. Soon. So, when introduced to alien visitors, that was the question. And I look at the term aliens, and it doesn't resonate with me very well when I think of the galactic beings. And I go, that's the way I call them. That's what I hear that they like in my vocabulary. With ETs, though, and I went, what about ETs? And the sense I got, that's okay, because they are extraterrestrial. Okay. They're extraterrestrial. And I go, well, who would that be? Well, that would be like Lemurians. They are terrestrial, but they vibrate at a different frequency. And I like Lemurians. We're going to Mount Shasta, for those of you still watching. If you don't know, Medium Kim and I, and a group of about, I think we have like 10 so far, are going to Mount Shasta to see if we can see Lemurians, to see if we can see Sasquatch. I haven't really seen Sasquatch there or felt the energy, but that energy in Shasta is so powerful. I mean, it's big. It's big. And so Medium Kim, me, my younger brother, Dr. Gale, when we were there last year, that energy that we created was huge. And so it's going to be even more this year, I think, coming up. So come join us. Come join us. There's an Eventbrite down below this video. Click on it and you'll get more information. Okay, going back to how soon will we be collectively introduced to ET visitors? because the alien visitors, that gets confused with, in my mind, with all the 3D talk about, are you coming to our country? Are you an alien? And, no, they're people. So anyway, it's just all how you phrase it and how it resonates with you. So how soon are we going to be introduced to ETs? When we shift and we let go of our 3D sensibilities, our 3D vibrations, and the way that we have a need to explain the unexplainable, then we're going to start seeing that they're all around us. But right now, so many of us are skeptical and go, oh, that was nothing. Looking up at clouds, is it spiritual or is it just water vapor and cloud formations? If we walk in the spiritual path and we think that everything is connected, then why aren't the cloud formations connected? I think they are. So we just need to let go of our trying to make sense out of it and go into the world, the imaginary world that is very real, that creates worlds. We need to create a peaceful planet. We do. All right. Speaking of out of this world news, MTG, she wants to split states, have a national divorce. Yeah, the red states go their way and the blue states go their way. Good luck with that, red states. You know, as soon as we can figure out that we are all in this together and that we need to share, and money is a big, huge part of it. I can't wait for the day, and I'm imagining that, where we don't have money to pass around, where we just, if you want something, if you need it, just take it. It's not a bad thing to take, it's just a gift. Here, let me present this to you. Have it. I'm done with it. Or I'm not done with it, we'll share it. Ooh, sharing? Ooh. That made me cringe, because I'm looking at my Lamborghinis out there and I'm going, share my Lamborghinis? Yes, I will. I will. Come get them. Take them away. All right. Where will there be a rise in spiritual? Where there be a rise in positivity in March? Only if you make it so. Yes. Yeah, there is. So, be good to each other. Peace and love.